everyone, and welcome back to Gaming with Catbutts. Today we're playing The Bottom of the Well. It's a visual novel, post-apocalyptic, and it's free to play on Steam, so check it out if it's good. I don't know if it's good yet, so let's find out. Do we want... Oh, let's go default Alice just to begin with, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Fitness... We fit. Supplies. Is that dating? Default Alice is capable of finishing the game to its true ending, but not necessarily through all You didn't even let me read that. Pretty motivated, friendly, it's not lazy, I hope it's romantic, no survival skills at all. Let's do it. Dream Diary, September. Today I had the weirdest dream of my life. What the hell is that? I was reading my dream diary. Jesus Christ. Whatever then. I won't read my dream diary. Morning A. Mourner. Did you catch the anniversary reading last night? No, well, I tried, but I fell asleep. What's that about that? I fell asleep? Oh, come on, Alice. In Wonderland, it's like our favorite. We finished. Something happened. I was tuning in on my radio. It's such a light. Amazing I can even capture online. Shut up. Just like analog thing. So Alice is a hipster apparently. A little bit of a hipster. Anyway, I was tuning into the broadcast and I must have hit the AM switch or something because suddenly the channel changed something else. Really? No way. What? Aliens? Oh, government run number stations. I like this hatter guy. No, it was this weird, white noise at first. It's hard to explain why I was so drawn to it. Maybe I could hear Kyo snippets of some melody, maybe the lyrics, but the signal was weak. So you tuned it off and continued looking for Alice podcast. So I went out on my balcony and turned the antenna around until the signal came through clear. Now, it sounded like music with the odd signal in the background. The logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead, and the White Knight is talking backwards, and the Red Queen's off with her head. Oh, someone's radio pirate class of golden oldies? I felt like it was something else there. It's a message that was hiding. I know it sounds weird, and then I fell asleep. What a story. Whew! No, hear me out. I dreamed. I didn't know I was dreaming, do you understand? It was entirely lucid, but, waking up in another world. I just didn't think of it as another world. Alice is tripping balls. Ugh, does this make any sense? You had a super lifelike dream where you didn't know why you were dreaming, but you were still loosely in control. Sounds pretty rad to me. I'm sure it would have been, except for the whole end of the world apocalypse in the dream. Okay, now you got my attention. So, we're having a weird dream? Oh, I don't like this. So like I said, it was the end of the world. Everything I did that day felt like a real thing. Every smell, every sound, every color, every touch. It's important you know that I wasn't acting like I would in a dream. I didn't know it was a dream. Heavy. There's no warning, no build-up, nothing. Just between one moment and the next, TV had turned to the emergency alert system, and this voice sounded like it had been recorded in the 60s, told us we were under attack. Are you alone? Yeah, I had a really long day at the office, so I sworn off all social contact for the evening. Who even does that these days? And the TV on in the background just as noise. Wait, what? The office? You mean you got some kind of a real adult person job in this dream of yours? Yeah, actually, at the college student admissions office. Hey, don't sound surprised. I am going to graduate in just a few months, you know. With a BA in English Lit. Shut up. Such skills with words. Anyway, what happened next? Hey, English Lit. It's cool as fuck. So, like I said, the TV suddenly turned to the emergency alert system, jacked the volume all the way up, and didn't even know they could do that. The broadcast told us they were under attack right now and that we needed to get to the shelter. We had less than 30 minutes before the bombs hit. When am I gonna get the choices? What are these? Jesus, sounds scary. And Hannah looks a little emo. Like, a tiny bit emo. Yeah. At first, I didn't want to believe it, so I switched to the channel, but they were all the same, and the sirens started. Tornado sirens, flood sirens. I don't know, I knew things were serious. Alright. So what'd you do? Oh, what do we do? I went online to find out what's going on. I immediately tried to call Chash. I need to think about my options. I immediately tried to call Chash. Pussycat! Chash? Who's that? My boyfriend? I mean, I don't have a boyfriend. In my dream, I did. Wait up. Something bored about the sudden boyfriend of yours. I thought you were in the dating scene. Actually, I'm thinking about putting myself out there. Like, maybe some online dating or something. Well, I'm kind of afraid to check OkCupid right now. Don't go on OkCupid or Tinder. It's gross. It's real bad. It's just so many dick pics. So many. Right now, what if there's a guy there named Chesh? Really wanted to be a cat. Call you a cat. Talking cat. No. Good icebreaker. Hi, I'm Alice. I dreamed about you last night. You're my end of the world buddy. Funny. You're saying about chess. What kind of name is it anyway? It wasn't really, I mean, yeah, he was pretty hard to guess, and smart, into me. What more could you ask for? Not the end of the world, I guess? I can sense you blushing all the way over here. Emo Hatter. Maybe I should check my OkCupid profile, actually. So what did your boyfriend think? Well, first I tried calling him, all I got was a pre-recorded network busy message. But the net still works, so I hit him up there. I mean, we do most of our communications in chat anyway. So you don't even talk to your boyfriend. And I found him. There was no time for anything. I started typing, you know, holy hell, what the fuck is going on, style stuff. And he just texted, replied he has to go. It's a little blunt. Told me he needs to go get his sister. Sister? How come? What? I mean, the world is ending. I mentioned her a few times. She's disabled, but lives in a house by herself, out somewhere in the forests. Did you ask to come too? He didn't ask. I did. I'm gonna be outside my apartment in 5 minutes, he said, and then logged off. I guess it's an invitation of sorts, so what'd you do? Well, I knew that Chess wasn't gonna wait for me. If I wanted to go, I had to go right away, just grab myself and go. Making quick decisions at the spur of the moment. Doesn't sound like you, so what'd you do? I went to online to find out what was going on. I needed to think about my options. I went to Chess to tell my sister. This guy doesn't really sound like a super cool boyfriend if you just talk to him on chat. So, do we go help him with his sister? No, let's go online and find out what's happening. Fuck boys. Didn't you try calling someone like your parents? Of course I tried, but it was futile. The phone network was completely overworked. The net still worked fine. So what'd you find? The net was still working, but the bandwidth was severely lacking. The major new networks were either down or overloaded. All the big searches defaulted some kind of government site and super simple HTML that kind of confirmed it was really the real deal. It was really the real deal. Isn't the net supposed to be some kind of like DARPA invention energy anyway? I wouldn't be surprised if they had some kind of system in place to take over if need be. Seriously, I think the world, if like the apocalypse happened, like my generation would just kind of be like fucked, because we can't be like, cool, so what do I do in a dick wiggle? What do I do? There are zombies everywhere. Please help. Don't be any fucking net. That's all we do is internet. Well, I mean, you're even on the internet now watching this, so. Well, they hadn't taken over. You could just go wherever you wanted. Facebook still worked. There we go. FaceCP is still up. Apocalypse-proof servers. Nice. It was insane. I tried to get in touch with my brother. He's the only one who's ever even got an account. There was no reply. I sent my aunt. I sent emails to my mother. But I don't know. I feel like I needed someone right there and then. And a group chat. It was spreading for our social network like wildfire. Someone had found the closest to all fallout shots that there was actually sort of down in third. People were going there, discovering all they could and running before the bombs fall. So what happened next? You know, I did find you online. That must have been useless. I'm all the way over in old Blighty, unless things are different in your dream. No, it was still in the UK. What the fuck calls the UK Old Blighty? I don't fucking call it Old Blighty, I'm from the UK. Mom's already started falling that you dead. It's only a dream, Al. Sure. So then what? See, it's too late to do that. I'll go to the Fallout Channel. How do you think this? Okay, what was your plan? Broadcast, stay indoors, keep the windows and doors closed, stuff like that. Was it realistic of you to think you could stay in the apartment? Realistic? It wasn't like I had been through a lot of apocalypses before. I'm not sure what constitutes realistic. I had enough food in my cupboards to last me a little while, so at least I had that going for me. Oh yeah, and then I had my trusty radio, of course. I tried it, and it worked. It was setting up the same emergency broadcast as the TV, and you called me a Luddite. You got me there, so what did you do? Okay, do you go to the Fallout shelter, or try to fit at home? Like, if it is depends what, is it bombs? Because if there's bombs, we should go to a Fallout shelter. But if it's like zombies, we should, like, stay away from people. I don't think it's zombies. But I'm gonna try to fit at home, because people are gross. I suppose I decided to stay at you suppose, mostly because that's what the message was telling us to do. This is the part where you start putting aluminium foil over the windows and prepare your bathtub for extended living. As if I had the presence of mind to do that. I just listened to the man on the TV. He said, move you and your family to this centermost room in your house, preferably one without windows, preferably underground. Then your building have some kind of shelter? At least on the side of the pond it feels like you can't walk down a block without stumbling on half a dozen bomb shelters. Sadly, no. We never got into the habit of getting bombed during our wars. We're the ones doing the bombing. Yeah, America. Anyway, wait. I never came across a bomb shelter in England. Like, apart from when you went to, like, super old, kind of like war places. But anyway, apart from it was then, did you think to bring anything? Oh right, yes, I grabbed the biggest bag I had, a backpack. People always called it magic. You could fit so much into it, bigger on the inside and all that. Tightest bag. Take food. Sleeping bag. I can't. Radio. I can't fit a radio in. Drop sleeping bag. Take radio. Got a map and a flashlight and map, flashlight, radio, speculators? Wow, this is slow as hell. No, I can't take speculators. Got food. Sleeping bag? Where is a sleeping bag going? What? Can I just like drag? No. Ugh. Why can't I fit? Well, we don't want a sleeping bag. We want food. And protect sweat clothes. Take that. No, we have got a map, a flashlight, sleeping bag, a radio, food. Yeah. Serious question. Why didn't you just bring your entire apartment with you into the bathroom? I mean, like bed, a risk of food, etc. First of all, I was kind of afraid the building would, collapse. I wanted to be ready to run, so I packed my bag in advance. Secondly, well, you didn't fucking pack them in advance, because if you did, you wouldn't have your radio. Lies. Where was I? Secondly, the truth was, I just didn't come to think of it. I'm sure I had tons of useful things lying around I just didn't think to bring along. Yeah, you did. Alright, so Pan, the end of the world, come on, let's hear it. It took a lot longer for the bombs to begin falling than we said. I stayed online for as long as I could, with my laptop in the bathroom, doors closed. Alright, so you can bring your laptop, but you can't bring your fucking sleeping bag. Doors closed, everything edible stacked around me, and you suggested the US missile defense was working. That it was shooting down the Russian missiles before they could land. But I guess sooner or later our luck ran out. Go on. Well, first the electricity went. I remember being lit up just by my laptop screen before I had time to panic. There was this rumble, and then the cloth started raining down from the ceiling, and the toilet seat underneath me kind of started feeling oily. I don't know, like it was in danger of sliding off. Jesus. I was completely terrified. There's nothing really that can prepare you for it. And that was just the first one. How many did they send your way? How should I know? After the first hit, the internet was down, the lights didn't come back on. But then, a few moments later, there was another one. You know how that can count seconds between seeing the flash and hearing the thunder when there's lightning? Yeah? So like that, shock after shock. And then counting the little white flakes dropping down from the ceiling, hoping and praying the next one wouldn't just obliterate you. This is intense. Going for long? I don't think so. After the third one, my laptop and phone both stopped working suddenly. EMP? EMP? What's that? Electromagnetic pulse. It's like the secondary effect of a nuclear blast that knocks out electronics. Wait, how could you know what this was? It's just your dream after all. That is kind of weird. Dreaming definitely knows more than real me does, or did. How long did you stay in there? Well, the man on TV said it's not a broadcast until an order was given, or at least 24 hours. I brought my portable radio with me. The net went down, but the radio waves remained, or at least for a while. And a lot of fluid. Broadcast stopped after a while, but not before reporting on wind patterns. There's going to be a lot of fallout raining down right outside my window, right around the 24-hour mark. But, ooh, it's not the best option. Well, I was pretty sure I'd get inside whether I wanted to or not. The question was it worth waiting out a little longer? Did you have enough food? I had enough to last me 24 hours at least. I gave you 2 days of food. So what was your decision? I don't really want fallout. I stay for 24 hours like a man, as long as I could. I think I'd stay for as long as I could. I'll do 24 hours. I mean, well, not quite 24 hours. I waited the whole night and most of the morning I think, but it got really hard to figure out how much time had actually passed. I hope you brought some candles and a book. Nope. Got my laptop, but yeah, that didn't work out. But it had a copy of Gulliver's Travels in there. Oh, and Alice in the Wonderland, of course. Breaking fourth wall! I didn't own any candles. Some English student I turned out to be. How archaic. Back to reading paper. Anyway, I sat on the toilet and read using the flashlight. It really did wonders to keep me distracted. I had plenty of batteries. Wait, I have to ask. Are you telling me you sat through the night in real time? I told you, I had no idea I was dreaming. It was real. I'm awake and I know it was a dream, but it's like I really experienced it. I get panicked just thinking about it. I always felt that losing dream would be fun. No, it's not. Maybe I have power. I had none. Did you get peckish? Everyone gets hungry. After a while, luckily I had some food, although I had to eat it cold, of course. But it was food. It's not like I felt like having a pizza. But it was good to fill up my belly with something. No, I want pizza. I really want pizza. I have Cadbury eggs in the fridge. Comfort eating! Yes. Funny. Oh, I ate one. So after you left the bathroom, what did you see? You know, it just took a little while to wrap my head around that it was still my apartment. You see, all the windows had shattered, so everything was covered in shards. There were books and papers all over, blown around by the wind, I guess, and ash. Ash? Yes. I was in shock, like stepping into another world. I walked across the debris. This debris, glass crunching under my foot to the window. Everything was grey, but I could still see the morning sun through the clouds. It was snowing ash. Well, now you tell me it's closed skies right now. It ain't raining ash. It's a map. That can't be good. Did the city stand? I think the city was making most of the ash. I could see smoke rising to what little horizon I had visible from my apartment. And the sound of burnt smoke outside. It was eerily quiet. Zombies! What'd you do? Coughed up my living room? Seriously. I'm gonna be selfish when I took my bag and left. Well, the jacket I had packed and confirmed that everything I hadn't taken with me into the bathroom was ruined, covered in glass or ash and radiation, presumably. No left. Wouldn't you also be now getting radiation poisoning because you know you're in the fucking outside area? Your flashlight. I took it out and everything, but it was actually kind of slight light everywhere. How come? Well, there's a lot of doors on the opposite side of the corridor for an open light was coming from them, which I thought was kind of odd. And I peeked in, calling out a hello, and I found myself looking out at nothing. You know, no walls, no floor, barely any roof left, no windows, no people, kitchen cabinets hanging loose above the abyss, that kind of thing. And beyond nothing, just ruins and fire, the whole downtown area gone. And there was this big ashy snow falling everywhere, a lot of it drifting inside. A sudden gust suddenly blew. Really? A sudden gust suddenly? A sudden gust suddenly. Couldn't think of like any other words. Not an abrupt gust suddenly. A sudden gust suddenly. Ooh, a face lit at me and I gasped. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there for this episode after the suddenly ending. Well, it's kind of interesting. The artwork's weird. That Photosh weird effect there. Fire. Anyway, yeah. So I'm leaving it there. Hopefully you're enjoying it. It's kind of interesting, you know, a bit intense, but yeah. So I'll see you guys next time.